What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Yesterday's video was the E36 that's being built in the background. It's the next day now. The weather's nice today, but it's not. There's a bit of an E36 build update coming. I'm going to speak a bit more about the MR2 there with the Nyan. This is pretty much the life of. This is pretty much the life of Nyan Toy from NDT Racing. I mean, he's going to go take out this Class E GTI Challenge car now. And he's just going to take out the V8, I think it is, in all V6. I'm not too sure. I'll correct myself on that. So we're just going to get a light on that, and then we're going to get an update of the E36. So if you guys enjoy, please subscribe for more. We're back in the shop now. Nyan has just driven the Mark 1, the Class E GTI Challenge car. The Ford he did drive. Unfortunately, he didn't get a video of that because he only did one lap, just a quick lap, just see how it is. But I've spoken to Nyan now. He said he's going to speak to me more about the MR2 that's behind me now.
Okay. So the story of the MR2, as best as I know it, is Henry Bosman bought it. I think the car came from Mozambique or Zimbabwe. Okay. It was like a track day car there.
Yeah.
And so it's got like a bolt-in roll cage, and it was normally aspirated when you bought it.
Oh, okay, okay.
With the 5-speed gearbox in it. And they took that out and they bought a turbo motor with the turbo rods and stuff.
Okay,
so it's
okay,
not like a fully built engine.
Okay.
But it is the turbo. People probably gonna hate me for this, but it's the free GSE whatever. It's the legendary turbocharged engine. But it's also the newer one I know because it's got the coil packs on the tappet cover, which is like the latest of the version of that engine that you got. But otherwise, it's just got a big turbo on it. I think he got the turbo from Divine from Club Sports, so it came off some Subaru.
Oh yeah, okay, I can imagine, yeah.
That's it's big turbo, but it spools up decently, and and we put it on F-gas and basically got it running, so you could drive it on the road.
It's because that.
Yeah, so he wasn't sure if it's going to be a fine car or a clubman's car or a sports car. I always say if it's fast enough, make it a sports car because and if it's eligible. So this is obviously a sports car. It's 2 doors. It's clearly a sports car. So I always say if it's fast enough, race it in sports cars.
It still looks standard though.
It's still
like
very
a
standard.
Sleeper,
He brought in shocks, coilovers that we fitted.
Okay.
And also some poly bushes that we fitted a while back. But otherwise, it's still very standard. Look, we're hoping to make like 250 kilowatts reliable. It's not a drag car. We're hoping to do it your lap after.
Yeah.
And the water meth, where that came in, it's really hard to cool down the intake charge on this because it's hard to get the air through the intercooler.
Okay.
Some oaks put it all the way to the front, but then you might have huge boost lag.
Oh yes, okay.
Because
Understand
the piping
now.
is long.
Yeah.
Some oaks put it on top of the engine with like a lot of fans.
And where's this one sitting?
It's like on the side of the engine. It's sort of where it's supposed to sit. You'll see there's like an air duct on the side behind the front door.
Okay.
And you'll find an intercooler there, like right next to the turbo.
Okay.
So it doesn't, I can't imagine it working brilliantly. And putting water meth there will cool it down.
Yeah.
I mean, some top field dragsters, don't even run an intercooler if they run methanol or ethanol, because it cools the charge down so much already. So that's pretty much the story. So it's actually still very standard, and at this point it's a road car. But sometimes you can be surprised. We've got that 944 over there that you guys haven't seen yet, but we can go
that red one there.
We can go have a look at it just now. If we can make 250 out of this,
and it does.
It's got coilovers in it, so it's a very similar package.
So then it can just run in sports cars.
Then run it in sports cars.
Yeah, might as well.
And I also feel like once the moment it's like classified as a sports car, it's just worth more. And you look at it in a different light. And now it's running with Porsches and prototypes.
Yeah.
You look at it in a different light as Clubman's, where it runs with Golfs and whatever.
So you guys are just doing like small things to this now, or just getting it to the point?
There's always a budget.
Okay.
So at this point, you know, I said to them, I would love to just take it to pieces, take everything out we don't need, put a proper roll cage in it, you know,
make it a race car.
Make it a race car.
Yeah.
But you know, there's always a budget, and Killarney is a funny track, or not. You know, it's actually a lot of straights, corners and a lot of straights. So if you've got something that can go decent in a straight line, you can get away with a lot.
Yeah, fair enough.
As long as you make a lot of power. And you'll see often like, you know, cars that might be extremely fast at PE because it's a handling kind of track. Don't do really well here because it might be a handling kind of car, and it's, you know, at this point in time there's a budget. And we just, you know, as people, as they enjoy their cars, they end up spending more on it or taking it to the next level. So at this point, okay, I haven't really lapped the track yet.
Oh, sure, okay.
You know, so we're just getting it to where it's safe for him to drive around the track, make sure the brakes work, make sure the wheel alignment work. I'll do a shakedown in it, make sure the gauges work, and if it works, the customer will come and drive it and take it from there. So the surge tank is for cornering. You don't want halfway through the corner.
It's car starts spluttering and.
Yeah, so what happens, obviously the fuel sits on the one side of the fuel tank.
Away from the pickup.
And then it pumps air and then the car dies. Or you hurt the engine because it will run lean, especially on turbo cars.
Yeah.
So fitting the surge tank is it's a small tank in the boot that you fill up to the top, and even the return line from the fuel rail returns back to the surge tank to top it up.
Yeah.
And once that's completely full, it will only return back to the tank. So that's all just prep getting it on the track.
So this thing's going to be, when it's done, it's going to be nice. A nice beast.
This, you know, David Joubert's got that Lotus Elise in sports cars. It's crazy fast.
Yeah.
And if you think about it in the concept, this is the same thing. The engine sits behind the driver. It's transverse.
But this thing looks standard.
For sure. That's a full carbon.
Yeah.
You know, it's a space frame with a glass fiber body on it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, you know, that this could turn into that if you keep
concept
on
is the
putting
same
money
behind
into
it,
it. The same concept behind it. This is like a Lotus Elise. This, you know, if anything, the Japanese did it first.
Yeah.
You know.
Fair enough. So if you guys want to see, this is the MR2. This is the turbo build that's going on. They're currently running new fuel lines, obviously, to the surge tank that's in the back. I did show you yesterday. Some of you maybe didn't see it. There's the turbo. Here's the motor. The MR2, here's the water met and the dictator management. So they're putting in the surge pump now. They're running all the lines. So this car is pretty standard, like Neon said. It's standard, but they're going to build it into a sports car. It's actually running semis on at the moment. So it's very, very standard. It's got a front trunk. So yeah, it's a very standard car, and Neon and them are definitely going to do some good things to this. He was saying, here's the ducts for the intercooler in the video. So yeah, but this motor's starting to look nice. I say they should run blue hosing everywhere, and almost like a Lexan kind of bonnet. But I don't know if that will work. But obviously it's not my build, so yeah. But yeah, it's coming along nicely. And if you guys enjoy watching this car, the standard looking car, be turned into a beast. So yeah, so this, I think, is not even a 944. It started off as a 924 Porsche, and they're very slow in a straight line. It's got like a horrible engine as standard. And you get some of these that are turbocharged and like 3 liter, but they shit. So this is started life off as a 1820 valve, which put a different crank in it, rods and pistons, to get it up to a 2 liter, and it's forged rods and pistons now. And the idea is to sort of make a fun car. I don't think the owner ever I don't think the owner ever had like a clear plan where he was going with it. So that's actually one of the problems. Was it the endurance car or a clubman's car or sports car? But the first time I drove it, we did like a 24, and it was supposed to be a shakedown, like session. And it's on all tires and stuff. So I believe it can go 21, no problem. Once we got it dialed in a bit better, but it's still a project. It's not, also yet again, not a done car. It's got coilovers in it and whatnot, and but it's got a bolt-in cage. It's got an Alice different standard. But it seems like you guys love your turbo cars. I mean, turbo, another turbo, NOS, what a man. Yeah, I think the turbo cars are just hell of exciting. Oh, okay. And this might sound funny, but turbo power is actually cheap power. Yeah,
Man,
you could say so.
Yeah, if you wanted to make 300 kilowatt out of a normally aspirated car, you're building a Honda with all the bits, you know, and it's probably not a 2 liter anymore.
Yeah, fair enough.
And if you build, you know, you can go to Mike's place, buy a 1800,
Slap a turbo on.
slap a turbo on it,
management.
downpipe, yeah, management, maybe bigger injectors, and you can like comfortably make 250.
Yeah.
And you don't rev it. Rev it is 6.8.
Yeah.
And it will be reliable. I run it on the road all the time. Put a sump on it. If you're gonna take it around the track, as long as you don't rev it, it will. And you boost it a bar, or you know.
Don't
on the
overdo
stock
it.
rods,
Yeah.
no, just don't overdo it. You can, you know.
Easy power.
It's easy power. You can do a 50 grand engine build. If you go buy a Mike's Place engine for 15 grand, buy a turbo, you know, from Mr. Turbo.
Yeah.
And
You sold it for a fun.
You know, get somebody to fit the management to it, and you can make.
Yeah.
For 50 grand, you can make 250 kilowatt. Try and do that normally aspirated. 50 grand will get you nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Dave Ingle will build you a motor for 100 grand, like Clint Reynard's Golf. It makes like 200 kilowatt. But that's a 100 grand engine build, and it's running on methanol or ethanol, whichever one is running on.
Yeah.
To make that sort of power. So how are you going to do that?
With turbo, you slap it on and you sort it. Yeah, it will break eventually, but for the
but
meantime,
most
it's
people
fine.
like it because if you think about this Golf engine, this 20 valve, a stock it never probably revved more than 6.4. You know, because a small turbo, it probably like revved out at 6 and you change.
Yeah.
But it's for bigger turbos. Now the thing starts flowing, and because the boost is behind it, it just revs. It will probably go to 8. It just happily goes to 8, but it blows up.
But it's,
drops it out.
it's too high for.
Because you haven't put valve springs in it, the cam profile is wrong for that RPM. And that's where a lot of oaks go wrong with the turbo cars. Also the BMs, the standard BMs, you know, we know the valve springs break and the springs break at like 6.8. I put turbo on it and the thing will go to 7.5. It wants to go to 7.5 and it feels right. The thing blows up.
Until the one day it pops.
Yeah, so that's why we got a ref kit in my car. But like I say, even the standard oaks normally aspirated, they put the ref limiter up on the dyno because it feels right and they blow up. You know,
it feels right until it blows up,
yeah. But then again, that's why it's so hard to make power normally aspirated, where turbocharged, turn the boost up and turn the ref limiter down and you'll probably be okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And it will last, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Geez, I hope you guys enjoyed that lesson. Honestly, that was like a learning lesson in itself. I mean, Jan is full of knowledge when it comes to cars and stuff, and I mean, him just speaking to me while speaking to you guys, it really changed your perspective in a lot of things. So I hope you guys are enjoying the informative content. In fact, I could say, I mean, it really puts a different perspective into things, and he also sees things a lot differently. So I hope this informative helps you guys, maybe with your builds, or maybe Nian said you guys are more than welcome to ask him anything you want to know, like anything, practically anything. You can give him a call, you can comment on the video, anything like that. And he said he was more than willing to help you guys. So I hope you guys are enjoying this content. I know I am. Please subscribe for more if you did enjoy it, and like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.